King Von and NBA Youngboy were two of the most popular rappers in the world. They were also two of the most controversial. Their beef was one of the most talked about in hip-hop. So, what motivated their beef? Let's find out. The backgrounds and upbringing of King Von and NBA Youngboy greatly influenced their outlook and response to conflict, shaping the course of their feud. King Von from the notorious O Block in Chicago and NBA Youngboy hailing from the crime-laden Baton Rouge, Louisiana, both grew up amidst violence. Their lyrics often relay their tales of their harsh realities, underscoring their resilience and also their susceptibility to conflict. King Von's upbringing in one of the most violent US neighborhoods cultivated a hardened disposition, rendering him quickly to engage in altercations. Similarly, Youngboy, raised predominantly by his grandmother amidst the chaos of his mother's incarceration and subsequent spells in foster care, adopted a street mentality. This survival instinct translated into his musical persona and his approach to conflicts, mirroring Von's adversarial response. Rappers King Von and NBA Youngboy, originally from Chicago and Baton Rouge respectively, once had a good rapport, seen through Von and his peers like Lil Durk frequently supporting Youngboy's music on Instagram Live. However, after Von expressed doubts about the authenticity of Youngboy's lyrics on a song called Play With Us, things began to sour. Youngboy didn't immediately react to this apparent slight. The conflict escalated when Von shared a photo of himself with Youngboy's ex, Jania, which incensed Youngboy. In response, he posted a photo with his son, making an explicit taunt about his future involvement with Von's daughter. Youngboy then decided to work with Asian Doll in the studio, Von's ex, escalating the situation further. Von indirectly retaliated, tweeting disdainfully about Youngboy's new music and hinting he had damaging information about his ex. This series of provocations contributed to a deep-seated beef, transforming their relationship and causing a rift in the industry. The tension between Youngboy and Von escalated when Youngboy released his track, Dead Trolls, allegedly featuring provocative lines aimed at Von, who had relocated to Atlanta to focus on his music and escape street conflicts in Chicago. This track sparked a wave of back and forths on social media, involving various individuals associated with both rappers, including Quando Rondo, Lil Reese, and Lil Tim, the latter warning against further provocations on behalf of his friend Quando. Interestingly, it wasn't the first time Von's circle had mocked Youngboy. In 2019, Lil Reese had notably dismissed the idea of needing a Youngboy feature for his music. Despite the rising tensions, Von downplayed the existence of any beef in a conversation with DJ Academics, attributing the perceived conflict to shared personal issues and the amplifying nature of the internet. However, the situation turned tragically serious when a day after Von's denial of any feud, he encountered Quando Rondo in Atlanta and was killed in the ensuing altercation. On November 16, 2020, Quando was outside an Atlanta hooker lounge when Von and his crew approached and a fight broke out. In an interview with Angela Lee, Quando claimed that he didn't initially realize it was Von, and he had always been on good terms with Lil Durk, a close associate of Von. Quando recalled his long-standing admiration for Durk and his support of his early rap career. During the violent incident, shots were fired by both sides and Von was fatally wounded, allegedly by Quando's friend, Lil Tim. The tragedy of Von's death didn't put an end to the situation, it instead became linked to the ongoing feud with Youngboy. However, Asian Doll, Von's ex, refuted these claims, calling the rumors untrue during a live broadcast. Asian Doll refuted the rumors of an ongoing feud, stating that both she and Von had collaborated with Youngboy and implied that the only opposition was from people prying into their lives. Von himself told DJ Academics he had no real beef with Youngboy. However, Youngboy's stance was made clear when he released the track Bring the Hook, taking apparent jabs at Von's O Block crew. This track escalated tensions further, causing O Block to retaliate by burning Youngboy's 4KT flags in videos. DJ Academics labeled Youngboy's track as provocative, while Lil Reese dismissed it as typical rap posturing. NLE Chopper endorsed Reese's post, which provoked a response from Youngboy in another track, No Like I Know. In this song, Youngboy allegedly attacked Chopper, Dirk, and Reese, clearly showing that he wouldn't tolerate siding with his perceived opponents. However, Chopper explained that his endorsement of Reese's post wasn't choosing a side, but because Von couldn't defend himself anymore. He voiced his displeasure over the involvement of outsiders in street conflicts who weren't part of the original situation. Rowdy Rebel, in a November 2022 podcast with Math Hoffa, criticized Lil Tim's alleged decision to kill Von, questioning the speed and degree of hatred involved. His friend Bobby Schmurder joined the discussion on Instagram, indirectly calling out people taking credit for their friends' street activities. Youngboy perceived this as an attack on him, responding with a sarcastic remark towards Schmurder and challenging him to make a hit song. Youngboy didn't stop at Schmurder's comments, further taunting him by suggesting he was going broke and needed more views. Schmurder retorted on Instagram, threatening to confront anyone associated with the dispute, but before the situation could escalate further, Youngboy deactivated his Instagram, leading to a cooling down of tensions. Nevertheless, the animosity between Youngboy, Quando Rondo, and the late King Von remained palpable. Kayla B, King Von's sister, labeled Youngboy as a hater, mocking him for his demon time behavior while under house arrest. In defense of her brother, she told Youngboy not to claim actions he didn't commit. Ignoring her comments, Quando released the song Want Me Dead, where he targeted Kayla. In November 2022, Quando and Youngboy gained further attention when they released a collaborative tape, with the lyrics openly mocking King Von's death and urging allies to retaliate. With Von no longer able to defend his name, Lil Durk, his close associate, had engaged in a conflict with Youngboy and his crew, further extending the feud that started with Von. Despite the ongoing dispute between the parties, DJ Academics recently reported that the feud between Lil Durk and Youngboy had come to an end, a revelation that took fans by surprise given the intensity of the conflict. However, Lil Durk quickly dismissed the claim, stating unequivocally on Instagram that he was not friends with anyone involved in the feud. In a subsequent interview with Academics, Durk shed more light on the situation. Durk clarified that the basis of his issue with Youngboy was his disrespectful remarks about the late Von. He also maintained that anyone associated with Youngboy's crew was not on good terms with him. Although Durk signaled that he may be finished trading insults with Youngboy, he also emphasized that he wasn't over what had transpired, stating, "You f*** with anyone that harm my people, I can't f*** with you. I'm not into it with you, I just ain't gonna f*** with you." He then explained that the crux of the issue was not about music, but rather about respect for Von. Further drama unfolded when Durk had to address DaBaby regarding a disagreement with his artist Memo 600. Last year, DaBaby and Youngboy released a joint project, which Memo publicly derided for its weak sales. DaBaby's response hinted that Durk was attempting to mediate the situation privately. This led Durk to confront DaBaby during a tour, though Durk later assured Academics that there was no lasting animosity and that they didn't want conflict with anyone. Yet, it is clear that Youngboy's stance differed significantly. A few weeks ago, a potential clash in album releases between Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy sparked another wave of hostilities. Youngboy fired shots at Durk, claiming that Durk only gains relevance when his friends pass away. Durk eventually delayed his album, which Youngboy met with further provocation. The beef isn't confined to them. Youngboy has also targeted Drake due to his allegiance with Durk. After an initial plan to collaborate fell through, Youngboy expressed his disappointment on the track F the Industry Part 2, declaring Drake his enemy due to his alliance with Durk. Youngboy, Durk, and the late King Von had the potential to dominate the industry together. However, after Von's death, a major feud ignited, compelling others in the industry to choose sides. The situation's future remains uncertain, with the hope that no further harm will come as a result. Although a reconciliation between Durk and Youngboy seems unlikely, it doesn't necessitate any further loss of life to bring an end to the conflict. The beef between King Von and NBA Youngboy wasn't just about personal issues. The competition for audience, attention, and dominance in the industry intensified the tensions, as both artists were ascending stars in the hip-hop landscape. Social media also played a pivotal role, serving as a battleground where both rappers aired their disputes, escalating the situation. The absence of direct communication between them may have further fueled the misunderstanding, preventing potential peaceful resolutions. The beef between King Von and NBA Youngboy was a complex one. There were many factors that contributed to it, but ultimately it was a result of two young men who were both trying to make it in the rap game. Their beef was a tragedy, but it also showed the power of music. It brought people together and it divided them. So, what do you think? Was their beef justified? Let me know in the comments below.